We live in a world where truth is often concealed, hidden beneath layers of deception and lies. Today's message isn't just a statement but a wake-up call. Only true Christians will see this. This truth is rooted in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, where Paul reveals that Satan, the god of this age, actively works to blind the minds of unbelievers, preventing them from seeing the light of the gospel of Christ. We are in the midst of a spiritual battle, one that must not be taken lightly. Satan's goal is to keep people in darkness, shielding them from knowing the truth and experiencing the transformative power of the gospel. He is not merely an abstract force of evil. He is a real entity with a real agenda, the adversary of God and humanity. He is described as the prince of this world, exercising influence over its systems and institutions to advance his agenda of darkness and deception. The Bible calls Satan the god of this age, a title that should alert every believer. This title doesn't imply that he is the god of the universe. Rather, his authority is confined to this present age, operating under the constraints allowed by the sovereign God. However, within these boundaries, he wields significant influence. He has established systems that glorify sin, normalize immorality, and mock righteousness. Through media, education, entertainment, and even religion, Satan spreads lies to keep people in spiritual darkness. Consider how the world operates today: corruption in government, distortion of truth in the media, and the blurring of moral lines in education and entertainment. Children are taught that there is no absolute truth, and that life is a random accident rather than a purposeful creation. Even within the church, seeds of deception have been planted. False teachings and diluted gospel messages have crept into many congregations, diluting the church's influence. Satan doesn't need to destroy the church. He just needs to weaken its message so that it loses its power. This deliberate blinding by the enemy prevents people from seeing the truth. Many dismiss the Bible as outdated myths or moral stories, unaware that a spiritual force is actively working to keep them blind. The complexity and order in our universe point to a creator, yet Satan convinces the world that this design is a mere accident. From the fine-tuning of the universe to the intricate design of DNA, the evidence of intelligent design is overwhelming, but Satan's influence keeps many from acknowledging it. 1 Corinthians chapter 1:18 tells us, "For the message of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing, but to us who are being saved it is the power of God." Many reject the gospel because they are attached to their sin, driven by pride, or deceived by false beliefs. Satan exploits these weaknesses, convincing them that there is no urgency to turn to God, that they are self-sufficient, or that all paths lead to God. However, Jesus clearly stated in John 14:6, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." As followers of Christ, we are called to expose the works of darkness and proclaim the truth of the gospel. Ephesians chapter 5:11 urges us, "Have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness, but rather expose them." This is not a time for complacency. The souls of men and women hang in the balance, and we must be bold in speaking the truth, even when it is unpopular. Our lives should reflect the love and truth of Christ, drawing others out of darkness into the light. In conclusion, we must recognize that we are engaged in a spiritual battle, not against flesh and blood, but against the forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Satan is working tirelessly to keep the truth hidden, but as true Christians, we have the light of Christ. It is our responsibility to shine that light, breaking through the darkness and revealing the truth. Let us remain vigilant, discerning, and steadfast, knowing that God's light cannot be overcome. Let us stand firm, be bold, and shine the light of Christ in a world that is desperate for truth.